was that big. Holy shit. We'll give it a try.
Man,
Alright, let's just chill and watch this.
no idea what you said about me because I personally haven't seen it yet. All I know is a bunch of people are tweeting me, say that you were talking about me. I really hope that's not true because if it's true, oh man, we're gonna have to expose another snake.
I doxed him. What are you gonna do about it?
Attica has lost his mind.
I'm telling you right now. What do you think is gonna happen?
Possible not to laugh at that.
This dude's
Do you touch kids?
People need to know where this dude lives.
I doxed Destiny. Where is the big story?
He is one of nature's most efficient killers.
Killer Keemstar.
Once his venom is injected into his victim, it can cause psychosis in minutes.
Chad, this is giving me like huge
And in
Content
some
Nuke
cases,
vibes.
even death.
Can't wait to report your death.
And he feeds on their pain. Today,
I think it's
we
made to
hunt
like emulate and like take its
Chameleon's
job for one video, right?
The
Something like that.
world's most deadly snake.
Hi, Ethan Klein.
Clyde is a liar.
That's the point, right?
You liar. That's not the truth.
Are you okay, bro? I'm actually worried about you, bro. I think maybe you're having like a mental breakdown.
That was scary. Chad, if this dude has parts, tell me in advance.
I got one. I found one down here. He's everywhere, man. He finds you anywhere. That's why we gotta be super safe in this discreet underground location. Harry Potter is just a movie, but I don't think I've ever actually met a real life Slytherin until Keemstar. Like, he's the wizard of being an asshole. Many of you may have seen my last video in which I defended myself against the accusations that I am the most evil man alive. And the explanation that we gave was adequate for everyone, except one man. The Camellius Reptilius, also known as Killer Keemstar.
Why is it killer? Because I always thought it was really the killer. I always thought it was odd, dude.
I'm here to tell you that
Killer Keemstar, Jesus.
He's a liar. You liar. That's not the truth. That's just not true. And I'll tell you why it's not true. A liar. Liar. Like 3 years ago, there was this really popular game called Payday 2. The creators of Payday 2 basically came out and said, look, we're gonna do an H3H3 DLC pack. We're gonna sell it for $5, and all the money we make, we're gonna give to H3H3 for the lawsuit. And H3H3 lied to everyone.
Okay.
Now, like many things Keemstar says, this is 100% untrue. And let's please still appreciate the gravity of what he's saying. He's accusing me of a felony fraud, of the theft of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Keemstar puts that out there really without any second thought and with full confidence. He says, you're a liar.
Ethan's do that.
Clyde is a liar!
I want to bring you up to speed quickly with all of Keemstar's transgressions of the past before we move on to his illustrious future. He told Total Biscuit, who was dying of cancer, that he couldn't wait to report on his death.
I want to be like, can't wait to report your death.
He falsely accused an elderly streamer of being a convicted pedophile. I mean, how does he ever even live this one down?
He wrongly accused the guy of being a pedophile, but God forbid if he has to stop playing a game to look into it.
And you know what his evidence was?
All
Wait
right.
for it. He looked like the guy in the photo. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not calling him. I'm not telling him my phone number.
I remember that, actually.
I don't want that guy to bother me no matter what. I don't want his money. I don't want his apology. Because, you know, I know who and what I am. And my real friends know who and what I am.
Well, that's fucked up.
Now, Keemstar likes to act like him and Tony are all good. But here's a clip of Tony talking about the incident 1.5 years later, describing how this one mishap on Keemstar's drama alert ended up with years of endless harassment for him. Have a listen.
One time I had, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people threatened to kill my family, harassing my sister, my nephews. I mean, me. I mean, you know, they were just, they hacked my RuneScape account. They hacked our YouTube channel. They did more crap than you can even possibly imagine, okay? All about how I'm a child molester and a pedophile. Anyway, I sent a little Twitter out. I just said, Keemstar, just so you know, your BS a year and a half ago still causes me trouble every day.
And Keemstar, having evolved from his point of where he was before, people say he's changed, he's a better man. This is how he reacts to Tony.
I am not going to put up with you fucking blaming me for people trolling you anymore. Because I am not guilty of that. I'm guilty of that video being wrong and what I said about you, but I'm not guilty of you being trolled in 2017. If this happened once or twice, I just let it go. But you've done this to me multiple times over the last 6 months. And I'm holding back every urge from saying just like, go fuck you, go fuck yourself. I'm holding that back.
Oh, poor Keemstar.
That's not how that works.
Victim of poor Tony's
That's
harassment.
not how that works.
Unacceptable the way that Tony is harassing poor Keemstar, who is he is just had it up to here with Tony. The guy he accused of being a pedophile publicly.
Just like, go fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I'm holding that back.
Chat. The problem I have with Keemo, dude, in all reason, is that every time, dude, that he does something wrong, I say, hey, that's wrong. Dude, he's mad at me, dude.
You want to be friends.
It's like with that, like a Minecraft Monday shit, dude. I was like, yo, dude. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
Hey,
I'm just calling out for your shit, because it was shit. I don't know.
That clip with Tony was intense. I mean, the balls to tell this guy to fuck off. Keemstar's got a bottle of G Fuel somewhere in his house that's actually a Horcrux. How is G Fuel still sponsor this guy, by the way? G Fuel brought to you by false pedophilia.
Guys. They dropped his ass.
Accusations. Chug it, G Fuel.
Get it now at gfuel.com.
Okay, dude. Okay. That's... Okay, dude.
Go fuck you.
Well, if anything, that's good publicity because they dropped his ass. So.
Their content cop. There was a period in time when Keemstar was laying low and being a good boy, and everyone thought, wow, this guy's really changed. Yeah, he has changed for the worse. The much worse. Now, guys, before I get back to the beginning of this video in which Keemstar accused me of a felony fraud, I'd like to bring you up to date with all of his achievements since Content Cop. So here, walk with me here. A museum of hate and destruction.
I'm fucking white. I run this.
Ooh. Let's see this part.
Decision of using underage girls in his thumbnails. Keemstar took that and ran with it, insinuating that he is a pedophile with zero evidence.
Do you touch kids?
Oh my god. Really?
But do you? Do you touch kids?
After losing 3,000 subscribers for this interview, Keemstar declares war on Just Destiny.
Dude, I got so much shit for that. Dude, I lost almost 3,000 subscribers. I'm going to war with this motherfucker.
Out of pure spite, Keemstar releases all of his public information on the internet. Here's an example of what my docs
Jesus.
My name, birthday, home address, all of my phone numbers, my parents' phone numbers, and my parents' home address.
Wait, motherfuckers. Oh, my parents. Okay.
This is released with the express
Dude, I thought H2 was 68. I mean, I know his hair is fucking gray and shit, but fuck, man. I thought at 68 it's fucking white.
What are you gonna do about it? I mean, I'm literally telling you right now. What do you think's gonna happen to me? You said to Augie, this is gonna be a big story that Keemstar doxed Destiny. I doxed Destiny. Where is the big story? Yeah, I dox people all the time. I run a news show. Like, it's literally part of the job.
He brags about doxing many people because he runs a news show. Now, I don't know what kind of news show Keemstar's running, but I don't remember the last time Anderson Cooper had to find out someone's mom's phone number and post it online.
Guys, in all fairness, I always think it's fucking crazy that the news crews, when there's drama or something like that, dude, they go to the person's house on their fucking porch and they film the doorstep and shit, and they knock and, oh, see if we can get a reaction and say what they have to say. So what they have to say, like, what the fuck is that? You complete weirdos. I've said this for like years now, dude. How is that okay? It's fucking crazy to me. They literally IRL stream snipe their fucking house, man, for content.
Where they live.
It's okay because it's on the news.
I'm sorry,
fuck
bitch,
off.
but I'm talking and you're talking when I talk. Shut up.
Here's Keemstar doxing a YouTuber known as Smiles4YouTube on his live stream.
His Skype is literally Smile for YouTube. Keep note of all this. That's his Skype right there.
Giving out my house address, giving out all of my information. Because he
this is his phone number. The guy's from Canada. This is his wife's phone number right here. This is his wife's phone number.
Skip the man getting shot. Does man actually get shot?
Right here.
And I can totally see how that guy's wife's phone number is newsworthy and why he needs to release that publicly.
We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
You can hear someone on the stream saying, swatting is when you call the police and report a violent crime.
What happens here? Guys, this should be fun, right? Guys, H3H3 definitely wants his fucking YouTube red for this shit, right?
Hostage situation, or a terrorist attack to provoke an armed police response at someone else's address. This is our house last year. This is what swatting looks like. Doxing leads to swatting. Keemstar clearly knows this.
Damn, shotgun straight up.
He's fully aware of the consequence of saying this.
We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
And swatting sometimes leads to death, as we'll find out later in this video.
People need to know where this dude lives.
Now I'm gonna get swatted. Look at them all there. They're fucking egg.
I never got swatted, but I kind of like swatted myself by accident, dude. Where like I was really loud, or not really in an apartment, and my neighbors called the police, and the fucking police raided my ass, dude.
Everywhere.
So I guess I did swat myself, I guess.
Thank you. I wonder who did this one.
I'm sorry, I am recording for this situation because it happens a lot.
I know, yeah,
so,
we know, we got it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I called you guys. I'm like, listen, it's fake, it's not true.
Keemstar is shocked that people think he's responsible. Of course, he never called the police himself. That would be illegal. He just gleefully put the information on his stream, daring any of his followers to do it for him.
Like, now I'm being accused of swatting people, all right? I can't even believe that this is a thing, and I cannot believe that people actually believe it.
His Skype is literally Smile for YouTube.
People actually believe it.
This is his phone number.
People actually believe it.
This is his wife's phone number.
People actually believe it.
We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
People actually believe it.
People need to know where this dude lives.
People actually believe it.
Wait, is this on loop? What happened?
I'm all there.
Is it really that hard
Jesus
to believe?
Christ.
Listen to Keemstar talk about him after leaking all of his private info on stream.
This kid is a fucking loser in every sense of the word. I've never dealt with such a loser in my life. Like, this guy has no friends. 0 friends. And I have trolled him so hard that his life is consumed by the thought of me.
Now I'm being accused of swatting people. All right, I can't even believe that this is a thing, and I cannot believe that people actually believe it.
You know, in all fairness, chat, what do you think was gonna happen if you preserve an address? What are people gonna do with the address? Like, what could they do? Like, there isn't that many options. Like they're gonna go pay for dinner, dude. They're gonna go fucking bring them fresh fruits to make sure that they can cook for fucking dinner, dude.
Keemstar claims
what
that
is this
Smile
shit?
for YouTube swatted him first.
Smile for YouTube dude is a liar, all right? I never swatted him. He swatted me, and he swatted Basher.
And even if that's true, does it really justify leaking his wife's phone number?
point,
What did she have to do with it?
This is his wife's phone number.
And his home address, endangering the lives of his children.
Dealing with a fucking father.
This is a man that's willing to endanger children over a petty internet beef.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
We need this dude's address.
Still fast as fuck.
This is his wife's phone number.
Okay, yo, this editing is very annoying.
I'm all there.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Yeah, I dox people all the time. I run a news show.
People need to know where this dude lives.
Any idea how fast
Why do we
I
should
am?
look up? This editing
guy
is very annoying.
has no friends. And I have trolled him so hard that his life is consumed by the thought of me.
And
A man in Los Angeles is under arrest for a suspected prank that originated in the gaming community.
but turned deadly in real life
Jan,
in Kansas.
oh, man.
John Blackstone with how it unfolded.
Wichita police officers believe they were responding to a hostile.
Blog this out. Skip this too. Okay.
Put the gun up? No. Police believe the call was actually made by 25-year-old Tyler Barris, 1,300 miles away in Los Angeles.
Let's get right into the news. We reached out to him, and we asked him if we could get an interview with him, and we did. And this is what the person that made this fake police call
Why would you ever do
said.
that?
Roll it.
This one really went under the radar, but I find it really disturbing that Keemstar, the day after this murder happened, was able to get this kid on his show, fully monetized. Keemstar cashed in big time on this whole ordeal. And I also, if I recall correctly, the interview brought to you by the SWAT murder was also sponsored by G Fuel. Use code Keem for
Oh, okay. Chat actually did. You know what I did?
10% off of your life expectancy.
Okay.
You swatted that address. Correct?
Guys.
Sure.
You just had to, didn't?
So you swatted
You just
the
had to.
address. You put in the fake hostage
You know, chat? This is so dumb.
situation, correct?
Yep.
And then this guy gets killed.
That's what happened, I guess.
And you take any responsibility for what happened?
I don't believe that I'm the only guilty party involved in this whole incident. You could point the finger at the cop who killed someone. You could point the finger at the guy
I'm
who
not
did the
stop watching
call.
it.
You could point
Okay,
the
the
finger at the
optics
person
are
who
fine.
provided the address.
This doesn't look bad. It's like, dude, who gives a fuck? Dude, it's an old sponsored person, dude. Like, he got dropped. It's fine. It's whatever. Like,
Hey,
it's
look,
not
this
an
is where I
issue.
live. Go ahead and swat me. So it's really, in my opinion, debatable.
Isn't it wonderful that Keemstar is giving this murder the opportunity to place blame on others totally uncontested,
There's multiple people that caused this to happen, right?
while still at large from the police? And can we appreciate the irony of Keemstar, of all people, to sit here and pretend to be outraged when he enables this kind of behavior
This guy's
all
really
the time?
odd.
What would you say to the family?
We need this dude's address.
I mean, this family doesn't have a, these kids don't have a parent.
Dealing with a fucking father.
The mother has lost a son.
This is his wife's phone number.
This family has lost a member of their family because of your actions.
People need to know where this dude lives. This kid is a fucking
So, are you still gonna tell me the editing isn't annoying?
I've never dealt with such a loser in my life.
You still gonna tag me in chat with like
This
a
guy
shut the fuck up bitch or whatever?
No friends. Zero friends.
He went on Drama Alert and mocked the tweets of a suicidal YouTuber. That's it. That's all I need to say about that.
Today's story is about Basher. He had a breakdown on Twitter, and quite frankly, he's suicidal. This is what he said on Twitter. I almost killed myself today on the way home. I'm not sure why I can't ever just go through with it. Constant highs, lows. I can't take this anymore.
By itself, this clip is bad enough. But to understand where our story is going, you need to understand Keemstar's position on mental illness in general.
We don't believe in depression in this household. We believe if you're sad, work harder. If you claim that you have mental health issues, people automatically support you. They automatically feel bad for you. They automatically give you
What the
attention.
fuck am I watching?
You get it? That a lot of this is bullshit. That depression and mental health issues is the biggest shield in the fucking world.
FYI, everybody gets depressed, but only the weak let it define them.
Jesus.
And you are weak. If you want to be left alone, here's a block. Drug companies invent all of these mental illnesses so they could sell drugs to morons. Social anxiety is 100% a fake invented illness. So they can
Okay.
sell you drugs and make
Jesus.
millions. Stop being weak. Society is literally going to die if you keep
Chat,
this
you know what's
book
almost worse than this entire context, dude? Using fucking a white mode on Twitter.
up.
That should be fucking
Real
illegal.
talk. If you suffer from panic attacks,
Especially
and
when
you're
you're
old
a
enough to
YouTuber, dude.
drink, The best way to stop
This
a
is
panic
literally burning
attack
my fucking
real
retina,
quick
dude.
is to have a sip of beer. You only need like 3 sips. Brought to you by Dr. Daniel Keemstar. Sponsored by G Fuel.
Okay, dude. Seriously, dude. Come on, brother.
Well, sadly, we are learning new details about the death of popular YouTuber Etika. The medical examiner's office says the 29-year-old drowned in the East River by suicide. Etika, whose real name is Desmond Amofa, was found Monday near the South Street Seaport. The NYPD says some of his things were located along the Manhattan Bridge 2 days earlier. Fans became worried about the YouTuber last week when he posted an 8-minute video saying, "It's been a nice life."
Let's go right into the news. Attica has lost his mind like the 3rd time.
Etika is a YouTuber that unfortunately took his own life. It shook a
This
lot
is
of us
such
to
a
the
weird
core
champ.
and caused a lot of introspection in the YouTube community. I believe he suffered from bipolar disorder, and
Yes,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
known for going through extreme manic states and making a spectacle on YouTube. And Keemstar, of course, was very quick to capitalize on these spectacles.
He started tweeting out crazy things yesterday. Once again, for the final time, I'm God. And so are you. Oh my God. Wait, I'm God. I'm God. He's God. We're all God.
When you're bipolar and you're in a manic state, you have to understand that you can become very detached.
You're right, the
from
real discount
reality.
code is
and what this
xQc,
person needs
30%
is
off
certainly
pure
professional
juice.
help and tenderness, and not being fed into their mania. You could see, for example, just how worried about him Keemstar is.
Attica has lost his mind.
Etika has lost his mind. I mean, don't be so excited about it, dude. It's kind of a bummer. I doubt that him and his fans and his family are feeling that happy about it. At one point, he was arrested by the police, and Keemstar noted that he couldn't help but laugh at it.
Somebody, and we don't know who, called the police on him. The police showed up to his apartment, and this is the video he posted on Twitter. Roll it.
Yeah, I think somebody's trying to hurt me. I don't know. It's people online. People online are trying to hurt me. Online. People online. Don't let them hurt me, okay? Because they keep calling the cops on me. The people online that are calling, they hate me for some reason. I don't know why they hate me, though. All I do, I make porno, though. I make porn. I make a lot of porn. So I'm really rich. I have a lot of money. I make a lot of porn. So that's probably why.
It's like impossible not to laugh at that.
During a previous manic episode, Keemstar had tweeted out the address, the location of the mental hospital he was being stayed at. You're in a manic state. The last thing you need is being fed more energy and excitement. And
guys, that's like an immortal weird champ.
Mania. Be doxing someone is bad enough, but a
That's
dude in a
immortal.
manic state having a breakdown to dox his mental institute is just... I found myself staring at this tweet in complete disbelief.
The day before Keemstar doxed his mental hospital, he tweeted out, "Etika fans are tweeting at me saying I shouldn't be streaming Red Dead at a time like this. He's not my friend. I barely speak to him. I'm worried, but there's nothing I can do. And it's Red Dead too. Sorry, but I'm streaming it no matter what." 3 days later, Keemstar is tagging Etika and putting as much tension on him as possible. Retweet if you want an interview with Etika. And then people start giving him shit in the comments. Leave him alone. Give him some time to rest. Suck a dick. I run a news channel. I'm going to get my viewers the news. I don't give a fuck about your fake social justice warrior emotions on Twitter for attention. This really shows how Keemstar views Etika more as a commodity than a person. Keemstar's channel performance is way more important than the well-being of Etika.
During one of his manic states, the police broke into his apartment.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm really, really
19
scared.
can deal with shit.
I'm really, really scared right now. Look, can you see me?
Okay, Desmond.
Okay.
All right. Glad your hands are empty, okay?
Okay. Okay. Here. Look. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Turn around, buddy.
Okay.
Ow.
And released him a couple hours later. Now, Keemstar was quick to scoop him up in his vulnerable state, the manic state he was in, and immediately put him on his show.
So there you have it. That was the end of that. They took Etika to the mental hospital, but only a few hours later, he was released. I jumped in his DMs and set up this interview, and let me just tell you, things got crazy.
You should also notice the nice little meme he introduces him with that shows really truly how little he cares about Etika.
Jesus.
That's what's going on. It's me, the Antichrist. I've come to purge the planet of all human life. I will be dropping nuclear missiles very, very soon on every single human being. Death means nothing. Why are you all so scared of death for? It means absolutely zero in the interim. Why do you think I made Trump president? We're about to get some fireworks real soon.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Etika is on the line here. Now, Etika, when you say death means nothing, are you basically saying that life is a simulation? Is that what you're getting to?
Yeah, life is a video game. We're all in a video game, and I'm the one that's putting the pieces together. Everything that you've done in your life, Keemstar, was all leading up to this
notifications
moment where you
actually
can broadcast
trigger my brain.
the start of the beginning of the rise of the known Antichrist. I am the Antichrist. I am the one who brings death to all.
Etika is clearly having delusions of grandeur and at the peak of a manic state. Keemstar has no concern for stopping this interview and getting him help. He's only interested in the spectacle of Etika.
Etika has lost his mind!
Of feeding into his delusions and broadcasting it to millions of people.
What is your purpose? What is the overall purpose of the Antichrist?
Stop repeating me the fucking... I said to purge all life.
This is the absolute worst thing he could do for Etika. Loading him up with more attention and feeding into his manic state. He knew he would get lots of views, and he did, with great cost to Etika.
Scariest thing about thinking that the world is a simulation and it's predestined and all that is then there's no reason to live. Why not?
Why do you fear death?
Keemstar's greatest moment comes when he asks Etika in a manic state, why doesn't he just jump off a cliff?
If you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Of course, hypothetical, but it is quite a coincidence when you consider that only 51 days later, that very same YouTuber jumped off a bridge to his death.
A popular YouTube personality and gamer from Brooklyn is missing tonight, and a video posted before he disappeared has family and friends worried. That's 29-year-old Desmond Amofa, also known as Etika online. He published an 8-minute video yesterday.
It's not really reaching though, dude. Even if it's like in context, in this, there's kind of like no excuse, because it's not even an idea or a seed idea that you even want to like give somebody in such a state that you're completely aware of. If you're unaware, then okay, maybe your joke or your point might like come across as not bad, but when you definitely are aware, then it's absolute complete garbage. There's no excuse about it.
Apologizing to those he feels he's let down. Now, nobody's been able to reach him since.
And of course, who was there to collect the revenue?
Scare into the news! We have a bunch of news for you today, but first, Etika has gone missing. Nobody can find him.
And who was there to tweet out that he thought he was lying, that he was weak, that he didn't believe
Dude,
him?
this is
there is a possibility that this is a publicity stunt.
The thing that pisses me off is that Etika now 100% knows the internet is worried about him. And 13 hours later, he's not notifying his fans that he's okay.
I remember that tweet.
Maybe it's because he did off himself, but I doubt it. Sounds like a dude that really cares about his friend. How about this tweet from only a couple months earlier? Dear Etika, normally I would say stop going crazy, but there's no news going on, so go full July 15th, baby. I've got kids to feed. Once Etika's body is found by the NYPD, he suddenly turns to homie, and the rewriting of history quickly begins to cover his tracks. Scumbags are trying to pin my friend's death on me. I can't even mourn my homie. Yes, I'm sure Keemstar cared deeply for Etika.
Etika has lost his mind!
Friends they were. iDubbbz had a great segment in Content Nuke about how Keemstar considers people his, quote, friends. I'll let him tell it.
It wouldn't surprise me if Keemstar thought him and I were friends. You know, just because I follow him back on Twitter, he's probably thinking, iDubbbz referred to me as buddy in the DMs. He must be my friend. So if he ever makes a video on me, I'm gonna say, we were friends. We were supposed to be friends. We were never friends, cunt.
People don't understand and they don't ask me questions. They just point the finger and say, you're to blame. And there's so much more that happened privately that just you guys don't understand. And I just want to mourn my friend. So please stop making me defend myself. Some people are pulling up a tweet from October of 2018 and where I said, you know, I've only talked to Etika a few times. We're not really friends. And that was true. That was the truth. Like at that time, we only became close and, you know, had conversations, you know, in length privately about really life in general and YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. Only kind of around the time that we did the interview.
I never did show you guys the end of that interview with his good friend Etika, with his homie. I recorded an interview with Etika. He started yelling and rage quit. He got mad because I called him out for being weak.
Oh no, not again.
People suffering from mental illness.
Oh no, here it comes again.
But let's go back and see how that interview actually ended with his good friend Etika.
I've been on this platform and I've tried my best to not step on any toes. I've always tried my best to consider other people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I never wanted to. I always shied away from whenever people would make fun of people, and it just felt bad. It's like, why would you tear that person down?
This nice shit's gonna kill me.
I know. I always thought I was weird because why would I never want to jump to hurting someone? I always just wanted to make content and have fun. And I realize now,
you can crack jokes about people and still have fun. It's not being mean.
Yeah, but you're mean about it. You know, you're mean about it. You're mean about it. Sometimes you're heartless.
Sometimes I am mean about it, but it's still funny.
Yes, that's
it's still funny.
That's
it's still funny. It is funny though.
Look, I do dark humor, and I don't kill people like you do sometimes. You killed that old man by calling him a. I've never done anything of the like.
Get out of here. Get out of here. That's ridiculous.
Listen, shut up.
We
shut
got
up.
a story. I'm
shut
not
up.
going to
We
shut
all
up.
been-
I'm
Dude, he
not
fucking
gonna
calls
shut
out-
up.
calls
We
out
got a
his
story
shit.
wrong
Look,
for about 45 minutes. The video was taken down. I offered the guy 20 grand
I know
on the
the
spot.
shut up. I
flew
know the
guy-
situation.
No,
I
I'm
watched
not
you.
shutting
Yeah.
up. I'm
And then
not
you
shutting up.
apologized. You went on
I'm
the
not
stream
shutting
and you
up.
told the
I
audience
did everything
to
I
go
could
and
to
give him
make it
love.
right with that
You
dude.
tried, yeah.
I'm not shutting
Yeah.
up. I'm not shutting it up.
Yeah,
You
but
just
you
said
still
something
called him
that
a
was
fucking
so
pedophile
much
with no
bullshit.
Yeah,
You
but you
said
still
some
called him a
complete
pedophile with no
bullshit.
information, you motherfucking asshole.
Because I was
yeah,
fed wrong
yeah,
information,
you like
and
you
you
don't
know
really,
that.
sometimes
Because I was fed wrong information.
Sometimes it sucks looking in the mirror, doesn't it? Doesn't it hurt, Keemstar? It hurts when you feel the same thing that you've done to other people. Doesn't it
I looked
hurt?
in the mirror 20 minutes
Man,
after it happened.
you're
20
fucking-
minutes after it happened.
Fucking
When did
weakling,
you look into the
weakling,
mirror?
weakling.
What is that homie
Record
shit
this and
going,
put it on
dude?
Drama Alert at
I'm
12
recording it.
tonight.
I'm recording it right now. I'm recording it right now. Oh my God! What a that job.
People don't understand
This
and
is
they
biased.
don't ask me questions.
Attica has lost his mind, like the third time.
They just point the finger and say, you're to blame.
Possible not to laugh
Okay,
at
listen,
that.
listen. I agree that HJ3 in their pieces they are sometimes biased, but in cases like these, it's kind of like it doesn't matter if there's like bias out of context. These things are like objectively wrong. And it doesn't matter where they're put in. Yeah, it's irrelevant. It's just
There's so much
flat
more
out wrong.
That happened privately.
Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Just you guys don't understand.
Was this a publicity stunt?
And I just want to mourn my friend. So please stop making me defend myself.
We're all gone.
Oh no.
We only became close and, you know, had conversations.
What a that job.
You know, in length, privately, about really life in general.
Crazy.
And YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. Only
YouTube is so fucked.
kind of around the time that we did the interview. Before the interview, and after.
FouseyTube is another YouTuber who is a frequent target of Keemstar's. He also suffered a manic break, and here he is talking directly to Keemstar.
Hey, I'm just telling you as a man at 28 years old what I feel. You made me want to commit suicide last year. I wanted to kill myself because of all the attention you gave me. I rewatched videos going viral after the attention you're giving me now of you saying Boosie is the biggest piece of shit, egotistical asshole on this earth. I have bipolar and depression. That what you put into my head made me want to kill myself.
Jesus. All right.
But ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that Ethan Klein is a liar. He's a liar. You liar. That's not the truth. You didn't spend $15,000 of your own money. And in the video he uploaded yesterday, again, he said, I spent my own money on the slot. That's just not true. And I'll tell you why it's not true. Because like 3 years ago, there was this really popular game called Payday 2. And the creators of Payday 2 basically came out and said, look, we're going to do an H3H3 DLC pack. We're going to sell it for $5. And all the money we make, we're going to give to H3H3 for the lawsuit. The lawsuit.
Okay, so.
Here we are back at the beginning of our video, where Keemstar was just accusing me of a felony fraud.
Chat,
But ladies and
chat,
gentlemen,
in a lot of cases, chat, this is a completely separate issue, but let's say you have like a GoFundMe or something. Somebody makes it for you, and then the amount excesses. Do you keep it?
I am here to tell you that Ethan Klein is a liar.
If what he claims were true, not only would I be a terrible person, I'd also be in legal trouble with both Starbreeze, the game's producer, and I'm sure the federal government.
Yeah.
I pride myself
No kidding.
on getting you the facts.
But surely with such incredible claims, a newsman like
no
Keemstar
fucking
would
kidding.
have incredible evidence to back it up.
I pride myself on getting this right.
Otherwise, it would just be outright slander. Let's see what he's got.
Payday 2's new H3H3 themed DLC sells for $4.99, which the developer Overkill will receive 0% of the cut. It's a matter of protecting IP.
And his proof is, get this, one Kotaku article that says,
Quiet.
quote, it's a matter of IP. Yes, that's his whole quote. He's going to go out to 1 million people and say Ethan Klein is a liar and guilty of felony fraud because Kotaku said it's a matter of IP.
It's a matter of protecting IP.
Guys, listen. This is my true thoughts, dude. I think if you unironically quote Kotaku in a search settings, dude, that's just fucking illness, dude.
Blah, blah, blah. They're giving them the money for the lawsuit.
Bro, blah, 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 blah. You're a news guy. You don't blah, blah, blah. You blah, blah, blah the whole article. Maybe you didn't blah, 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 blah article. You'd actually know that what you're saying is bullshit. G Fuel apparently blah, blah, blah'd your whole history when they decided to sponsor you.
Blah, 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 blah. They're giving them the money for the lawsuit.
Dude, what dude?
Next time you watch Keemstar, remember what his research entails.
All right. It's the blah, 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 blah.
Now, I'm assuming Keemstar wouldn't just make something like this up.
I pride myself
Guys,
on getting you the
how am I
facts.
guessing?
So let's give him the benefit of the
dropped
doubt,
his ass.
and let's call someone who would
Okay.
actually know. So I called Almir Listo, the global brand director for Starbreeze Studios. They made the game.
Hey, his codes don't work. He's absolutely dropped. He got tapped in, dedicated. You know which code does work though?
And he brokered the deal for us. Have you spoken to Keemstar?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking to kids.
Oh, he didn't ask you. Well, did I commit fraud? Was that money meant for us?
It was 100% meant
Code
for you.
xQc,
and
minus 30%
So I
saved my
didn't
life.
commit fraud?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because he was saying that I like stole hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you're saying that's not true, and you're the guy that set up the deal and did everything. So if anyone would know, it would be you, right? Not Keemstar.
It would be me, yeah.
Yeah, it would be you. Okay,
God.
fantastic. Well, I feel much better. I feel like the FBI will be relieved to know that, and no fraud.
All right.
But all right, thanks, man. Take care, dude.
Take care.
Oh, here comes again. Way to thank you.
This is a big fuck up. This is a serious big fuck up to the point where I just feel ashamed. I feel ashamed. I can't believe that we would fuck up like this. We reported a story that this Massachusetts man, John Phillips, had sex with a teen that he married in an online game in RuneScape back in 2011. Okay? And that he got out of jail and that he's streaming on Twitch again. Now, the problem with this is that that's not John. That's a gentleman named Tony. And when we reported this video, a bunch of you went over and harassed this guy. Called him names, pedo.
Guy, that's gotta be some sort of coincidence, right?
Sex offender. You name
Guys,
it.
that's gotta be some sort of...
This guy didn't do anything. He didn't do anything wrong. And because of me, he was harassed. I pride myself on getting you the facts.
I guess that's... I'm just kidding.
Myself
That was sarcasm.
on getting this right. I don't ever want to f up like this again. I don't ever want to fail you like this again. I pride myself on being right. And I was not right this time. And Tony, if you're watching, we're going to make this right with you, no matter what we have to do.
I am not gonna put up with you fucking blaming me for people trolling you anymore.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
And I'm holding back every urge from saying just like, go fuck you, go fuck yourself. I'm holding that back.
Any idea how fast I am?
Go get an attorney and sue my ass.
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
Every single day I get a death threat on the email because I'm a pedophile.
Go fuck you, go fuck yourself.
Well, I mean, you know, whose fault do you think
Why are you watching this? Really
Come
getting
on.
The reason I showed you this is because
Dude,
he hasn't
this is like
changed.
news.
He never
cares?
changed. It only took him 1 year to turn on Tony. This is a man that purports to do the news, but goes out and calls a man a pedophile based on a picture, or to accuse someone of a felony fraud with absolutely no evidence.
I don't kill people like you do sometimes. You killed that old man by calling him a pedophile.
A hateful, spiteful person that can't differentiate between personal vendetta and news.
He's pissed off, man. This guy's mad at the world.
He wields his audience like a weapon, striking at anyone that dares to criticize him.
We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
And if the facts don't suit his mission, then he will alter them, manipulate them, and create them.
Do you touch kids?
Until the harassment becomes so unbearable, you simply surrender.
Keemstar, I apologize.
Chat, I don't think YouTube does off-platform behavior like consequences. Like if you're like a weirdo outside of YouTube, I don't think they fuck you over. They do. I haven't seen that happen very often.
And I won't be sending you any more tweets, and no matter what, I'll do my very best to make sure that your name never comes out of my mouth. Now on my show, when people bring you up, I'm just going to tell them that, hey, I think you're a nice guy and I don't want no trouble.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Just to give you an idea of how Keemstar torments and harasses people on his enemy list, let me show you some of the DMs he sent me over the years. Now, these are cold DMs. I've already unfollowed him, and he is sending me these DMs unsolicited out of the cold blue for the express purpose of harassing me, so I really don't feel bad sharing these tweets at all. Currently working on an H3H3 lying salty man-child video. Have a few questions. Have you ever flagged down another YouTuber creator's video? I don't answer. And he persists. Can I get an answer here? I'm trying to meet your request of giving non-stop defense because your baby ass can't defend yourself. Keemstar will make insane accusations, groundless accusations, and then he expects you to defend yourself. In fact, he likes it if you'll come on his show and defend himself. That's how his operation works. And so he goes, oh, well, he didn't say anything in his defense, so he must be guilty. Have you ever lied to anyone on YouTube? What are you, the fucking FBI? I don't have to answer shit, you dumbass. Bro, I am honestly starting to think you are having mental issues. Want B to grab a number
But
for
Chad, that's irony, because then he said earlier that mental issues aren't real. You would just be weak. Isn't that his cop out?
He's making a reference to some like Team 10 drama. It's like, bro, this is the next day. This is the night, and then the next day in the morning. He goes, have you ever lied about anyone on YouTube? And then 2 days later, can I get a sorry yet, or do I need to keep defending myself? He's like an abusive spouse, punching his girlfriend in the face. Do I need to keep defending myself, or are you going to apologize? We made a video about CSGO Lottery, about how these two dudes, T-Mart and Pro Syndicate, were pretending to gamble on a CSGO Lottery site that they owned. It was crooked as hell, and we made a video about it. So Keemstar DMs me out of the cold blue, and he says, I know about the CSGO gambling investment for a while now. People are talking. I said, are you accusing me of being invested in CSGO gambling? He goes, me? No. Others may be, though. I go, oh.
That looks like a line from a movie.
Say, did you invest? He said, yeah, I made a ton of money, too. He goes on to say, Kay, did you invest under someone else's name? Which I guess it leads me to believe he's like, well, I didn't find any evidence of you investing. Did you happen to break the law under someone else's name? I could tell you, I could report on.
And there's so many other examples. I could frankly make an entire new video about it. He tweeted out an anonymous letter about how I hired a PR firm to remove videos critical of me for being anti-Semitic.
There has been an anonymous letter posted to the internet saying that H3H3 Ethan Klein was going to try to create a scenario that the hate against him was anti-Semitism.
He retweeted people saying that I was faking our $100,000 giveaway. And this video, which is honestly just so gold, I think you should just watch it.
Ethan Klein, H3H3, trying to shut down Comic-Con. Now recently, there has been an outbreak of coronavirus in Seattle, Washington. And the middle of March, Comic-Con is going to be in Seattle, Washington, and apparently 100,000 people are going to show up from around the country, around the world, really. And Ethan Klein, H3H3, I mean, he's trying to get it shut down. He's tagging the governor. He's tagging the politicians. He's demanding that Comic-Con get shut down for the safety of the human race. Now I'm looking at these tweets and I'm like,
Jesus,
bro,
that did not age well at all.
Something had to have happened behind
That's
the
a
scenes
poorly
between
aged clip.
H3H3 and Comic-Con. There had to be some bad blood. Maybe he was planning on going. They weren't going to pay him the right amount. Something happened behind the scenes that he's trying to get Comic-Con shut down. Something ain't right.
I am but one man. Probably not even the most hated man in Keemstar's life. And you've seen the length he's gone to harass me, to slander me, to rewrite history in every conceivable way to make me look evil. And frankly, it has worked on a lot of people. I have a wonderful support system, a wife that loves me, a stable financial system. I'm fortunate and blessed in every conceivable way. And this kind of targeted harassment from Keemstar actually does take a toll on me mentally. And when I'm already having a hard time, Keemstar is sure to drill in and give me even a worse time as possible.
Are you okay, bro? I'm actually worried about you, bro. I think maybe you're having like a mental breakdown.
Now, what happens when someone who has a less stable situation than me endures this targeted and sustained harassment from Keemstar? What happens to them? You know, the streamer that Keemstar accused falsely of being a pedophile had a beautiful way of putting into words what this whole video is driving at.
Yahoo!
You know, in life, we're responsible for our own actions. And, you know, we should be a little bit more careful about what we say and do. Because, you know, actions have consequences and they hurt people. It's really that simple. I mean, you know, and they destroy lives. You know, they always say loose lips sink ships, you know. Bottom line is, you start a rumor and, you know, one person tells two and two tell four and two tell eight. And the next thing you know, the whole damn world is believing a bunch of bullshit that's not even true. And, you know, that's exactly what's happened in this case. And look, hey, you know, I'm 64. I'm not real internet savvy. I'm not into all this, but I'll tell you one thing I'm not used to. I'm not used to being called a pedophile. Now, you know, if you accuse me of being bald and fat and ugly, I'll agree with you, okay? Hey, but you know, I'm no pedophile, and that's a terrible thing to say about somebody, period. Anyway, I sent a little Twitter out, and I just said, Keemstar, just so you know, your BS a year and a half ago still causes me trouble every day, and it does.
Go fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Jesus, okay. What a disaster. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll take a minute. Thank you.
Constantly making yourself look like a child. You're a rat. You're a clown. You're
Chat. Okay, yeah. Okay. There's two thoughts to have here. Okay, chat. No, you did. Okay, there's two takes to have here. There's a take, okay, about the topic and about the video. I have two takes. Okay, one topic. The topic was good. They roll them over. Dude, you know what Keemstar on Twitter did? They could have even pulled more dirt instead of like hardcore re-editing a bunch of clips in and stacking the fuck out of it, dude. They could have shrinked it up and put a bunch of his other trash from Twitter, because there's a lot there, dude, right? But then, yeah, there's a lot of trash there too, you know? But, yeah, I thought the video could, the video could have been shrunk down a little bit. I think it was a little bit stretched. But it was good.
BB.
I enjoyed the video for what it is. That's not the point. I mean, it's not the point. Here's Social Blade.
Lena.